Hey everybody, Ethan here. I have briefly taken a weekend to go back to my hometown near Acadia National Park in Maine. And because I want to be outside as much as I can and the dog is way too loud for filming in the house, here we are in the park itself. There have been a lot of good things going for me in terms of creative pursuits, which is great, but today I want to kick that down the road to next week's video and focus instead on burnout. Last Thursday, September 28th, was a busy day. I had a full itinerary, but I didn't want to lose ground on all my projects either. I woke up around 7 a.m., headed to the airport, and boarded the flight to Los Angeles with no issues. And after the flight, I zoomed through the airport, got back to the hotel, and ran over to the local convenience store. When I returned, I realized I had an hour before I was supposed to get dinner with my family, and then not much time after that before the release show that I wanted to get to on the other side of the gigantic city of Los Angeles. Considering I really wanted to put out a video that night before the concert, this was not good. So I sprinted to get ready for filming in my hotel room, rattled off the script in about 15 minutes, hastily edited the video on my laptop, exported, realized the lighting was way too dark in the originally exported video, and exported again, and then bounced it to my phone because, surprise, the hotel Wi-Fi that I paid for was not working, and uploaded it to YouTube. The upload finished 1 minute before I was supposed to meet my relatives, so as it was finishing, I sprinted over to the hotel lobby and then met up with them for sushi, which was great. Somehow I made it over there to Highland Park a little bit early. The show was so good, and it was great to hang out with these guys I hadn't seen in about 18 months or longer. The amount of fun that they have on stage together continues to be an inspiration for me. Once it was all over, I snapped a pic together with the guys for old time's sake, and then caught another Uber all the way back to my hotel and collapsed on the bed. I'd probably been up for around 20 hours. Sounds like a great day, right? Super productive and fun too. Well, yes, but that productivity came at a cost. I woke up that next day and did not want to do anything. No productivity was to be had that day, nor the next day while I was heading back to Boston, nor the next 3 days after that while I was in Boston. My travel on top of hard work had sapped me of all of my energy and creative output. I had done 2 days worth of work in 1 day, but then at the end of it, I had done 2 days worth of work in 4 days. I had to accept it. I'd burned myself out. How was this possible? I just quit my tech gig of nearly 4 years, partly to develop a healthier relationship with my time again, after I'd felt that I was consistently driven so hard that I never had time enough to express myself creatively. The truth is that my burnout was rooted much more deeply than my post-college job. As much of many of us, including myself, hate burnout, it is a little bit intoxicating, particularly for those of us with poor executive functioning. I think the mental frame of burning the candle at both ends to finish all of our projects is so alluring because it temporarily simplifies our life down to a single task. Real life is not like that. Look, sometimes the trade-off to meet a deadline is probably worth it, but you never get off totally free. I've realized at several points in my life that I've always seemingly gotten things done by the skin of my teeth. To get to where I want to be, I feel like I have to leave this all behind. Being ahead of the curve and getting really big things done rather than rushing out small projects requires a focus on consistency. So this week, instead of blaming myself, I've tried to relish my time off spent recovering from travel as much as possible. I think that at the end of the day, it's all about learning to sit with yourself and be okay with doing nothing productive sometimes. Appreciating your downtime means that you'll hopefully look forward to it enough to want to take a break and do something like, I don't know, come up here for an actual hike instead of just to film. In conclusion, I think I will let past Ethan from yesterday wrap things up. So here's what I'm trying to remember lately. No matter where I am in life, whatever I'm doing, I can usually find some time, if I think about it, to take a break and go back to my happy place. I hope you can find yours too.